Alright, today we're going to talk about a very current issue, very controversial, of course. The BP oil spill. Yes, I know you loved the pun in the headline up there. Don't lie. We know you did. Anywho, this is a significant news event. There's no question about it. I mean, you got, thousands of barrels of oil just being released into the ocean every day. I mean, and the pictures that have come back are just horrifying. Do we have one of those? Do we have one on the screen? Can you bring one of those in? And look at those poor defenseless pelicans. It's, to be honest, the image is really sickening, I must say. And people are avoiding blame like the plague here. And it's really a shame because the issue should not be, whose fault it is, but that, regardless of who's to blame for this, you need to clean it up. You need to fix the situation. I mean, the really bad thing, the thing that really upsets me, the reason I'm even making this video, and aside from the fact that it's a big news event, is that BP refuses to let independent third party, so non-biased scientists to come in and examine, some of the real issues, that brought about, the leakage. I mean, can you sound more guilty than that? That's the thing. BP looks terrible here. There's been talk that this could bankrupt them. And, I mean, I hate to see a business fail, but they screwed up big time. I mean, there's nothing else you can say about it. They messed up. They need to pay for this. If it sends the company into turmoil, you know what? Maybe take a couple more safety precautions next time. Maybe have very thorough checks. A lot of companies, very by the book, assembly line type thing. They check everything, make sure it's okay, make sure it's in perfect running order. Apparently BP did not feel it was necessary this time to do that, and, a little bit of extra time, a little bit of extra work could have prevented just it's terrible disaster. I mean, the wildlife that's being destroyed, the oil that's washing up on the beaches, it's killing not only the fishing industry, but, just all sorts of wildlife there. Wildlife that should have been, allowed to coexist with nature peacefully, now unfortunately have their habitat just filled with oil that sticks to their feathers, makes them unable to fly or breathe cleanly. It's really sad. Imagine if, I mean, we always put our needs above those of animals, which is completely understandable, seeing as though, we're us, we're humans. But, imagine if, say, for instance, people coated us down with a bunch of oil and, like, screwed around with our lungs. How do you think that would feel? I mean, you can't imagine a company doing that, but essentially that's what's happening to these animals. And it's just not right. So what can we do? Unfortunately, there's not a ton to do. I mean, we can fight for tougher legislation, but, I mean, that's really not going to get us anywhere. I mean, grassroots movements are always, always have a chance at becoming something powerful, but unfortunately, there's not a lot we can do here. Big corporations, control a lot. And, they're allowed a lot of leeway that they shouldn't be. So, I mean, we can boycott their products, sure. I mean, BP is a just huge corporation that has, sub-companies that sell products, and we could boycott those, but in the long run, what would that really do? I mean, think about it. I mean, this oil spill, it's simply huge. I mean, that image that, you see there's from a few days ago. Imagine how big it is now. There have been efforts to stop it. Even lighting on fire has been proven to be helpful. BP's taken a hit too, and their stock has gone absolutely, just in the toilet, which it should have. Now, Obama's being asked to, be like the savior here, but I mean, there's not a lot he can do. He's a powerful man, but he can't clean up this oil spill. Not by himself. So for the most part, that's really all you need to know about the oil spill. I mean, sure, it's a bit slanted, this is my opinion, but really, look at the key issues and judge for yourself how you interpret it. This is just one man's view. Alright, this is Dalton Max signing off. Hope to see you next time.